That's it. It's about but you know what? You know
the rules are the rules. Let's just follow the rules.
That's what it is. Rules are made sometimes to not to be broken but adjusted. And the LMC says after listening to El Kanemi, they found grounds in what they're saying, and that's what they're saying as we replayed. I don't want anybody to talk about it.
Fine, no problem.
Let's go to Maiduguri, where the media officer of El Kanemi Warriors, Prince Obaseki, is standing by to also give their own side of the story. Good evening, Prince Obaseki, and welcome to the show.
Yeah, good evening.
We're still trying to understand what's going on in that abandoned game between El Kanemi Warriors and Ifa Enuba. Now, when did El Kanemi inform the league management company that they will not be turning up for that game?
First and foremost, let me correct the session. We did abandon the match. We did cut the match. There's a difference between abandon and backcourt. And after the time of the match was scheduled for on the 11th, this was Sunday, and after it was on strike. We notified the LMC on Thursday, telling the situation in Maiduguri, and the guys are on strike. So we referred the LMC at that time, also communicated to Ifa Enuba. So we're surprised that on Monday we had an issue of a walkover. And Article 13 of the LMC rules for this year says that the LMC will not give any boardroom point. At the same time, also schedule a match if there's any dispute along the line. We notified them that we have a problem.
Prince, you said your club informed the LMC on Thursday. How did you inform the LMC? What channel?
We did this on writing to the LMC, informing them that we have a crisis in our camp. That's our official trainer, and they are refused to run the match. So that was all we sent. And even after yesterday, we got information that we have refunded $2 million and $240 to Ifa Enuba, which we're still studying the situation. Maybe we'll also do an appeal because we were not in the match meeting. We informed them beforehand that there are crisis problems in the camp.
So tell me, what's the situation of things in the camp of El Kanemi? No money to play players. They are threatening not to play. And now about 2.2 million naira fine waiting to be paid. How does El Kanemi intend to go out of these difficult times?
You see, before now, Nigeria should be giving kudos to the governor of Borno State for all they have been doing, because we have played for the past season, home from home. We don't have a home. We play all our matches outside, so it's also a cure into our budget. So, we're not spending 4 million because we don't have a home. We pay hotel bills and we travel all this. Back to the issue of the fine. The management are already studying it. They will pass the issue to the excellency, the governor, who has already promised that within the 14 days of working days given by LMC, they will separate players amicably.
Okay, I understand the team had a training session this morning. Tell me the mood of the players. Are they ready to play again? Will they honor that October 28th game with Ifa Enuba?
Yeah. You see, I want to thank Nigeria for their concern towards this players' problem, because it's an old issue. So that it happened at the time when the LFC came into action. The class resumed today, and they were full-minded because they were told the penalty not to train, because the committee have agreed to pay their update. So if you are going to pay update and you are not training, it's a piece of contract. Definitely your money will be paid. Not that I'm getting an ultimatum from the LMC, giving them 14 days or working days to pay for it for the 7th. That's why I have not understand that yes, their case is not on the final stage. So today was a happy mode in the training. They all trained out, and tomorrow again we're going to train tomorrow, twice tomorrow, we're going to train tomorrow. And inshallah, we'll honor that match.
Thanks so much, Anthony Obaseki, for speaking to us on the show.
Thank you, man.
So, guys, it says the players have seen the necessity. They understand what's going on now, and they're going to play. But I'm still saying 2.2 million naira would have been very useful in moving the club forward.
Yeah. I was speaking to Shehu Jiko a few weeks ago, and he spoke passionately about players' welfare and clubs not being able to play players, and for him that is one of the biggest issues that they are trying to tackle. And one of the ways to do that is by increasing the revenue base of the LMC, which will subsequently trickle down to the clubs. With more money at their disposal, they can be able to hopefully take player welfare more seriously. Then also they are trying to meet with the governors forum. If they meet with the governors forum, they will put to them that, look, instead of putting the running costs of your clubs in the budget, you can include it in the overhead costs for running the government or running the state house as it is. Because even if government grinds to a standstill, overheads will still be paid, salaries will still be paid. So if you include, and he's saying that the amount you use to run the clubs is pittance compared to whatever it is that the state budget is. So if you put that in your overhead, but your list for overheads, there is no way that money will not come out and will ensure that the players are paid at as when due. So you know, it's a really messy situation. Then there's also the issue about players, the kind of contracts they sign, whether they even read the context of their contracts as well. Because if these players read the content of these contracts as well, they wouldn't have gone on strike.
Yeah.
It states very clearly in the LMC rules that you must give 65 days notice to the LMC before you go on strike. And if you run foul of those rules, how does the LMC protect
They were actually reprimanded. They were reprimanded.
You know, and this it calls into question a lot of things. We are not there yet. There's still so much that we can do. The LMC can still increase the revenue base of the league and the amount of money available to the clubs. The clubs that are owned by state governments, they can look for better, more creative ways of financing these clubs instead of waiting on the budgets that you know that might never come, and look for channels that ensure that these players
partnership
are paid as
most
well.
state
Then we should also look for sponsorship apart from leaning on the government sources as well. So it will help improve their revenue base as well. The contracts that players and officials also sign must also be very key. They must be worth the paper which they are signed on, and the players must read them. Otherwise, we are doing nothing.
I know. I don't know. We just need to pray, hope, and believe that the Nigeria Professional Football League will keep getting better. Kudos to the league management company that we're even hearing about all of these measures to, you know, make it get better. So that's the update as regards that. Now it's rescheduled. No more abandoned. No more botched. Rescheduled game between El Kanemi Warriors and Ifa Enuba. Let's just wait and see what goes down on October the 28th. Guys, let's leave now. I'll talk quickly about the Euro 26 qualifiers. Our Cosmo said at the start of the show, it has ended. It finished Czech Republic 3, the Netherlands 2.
Yeah, Netherlands are out of the
Czech Republic.
Netherlands are out of the Euro 2016 that's going to be going down in France next year. Yes. Yeah, let's look at the record.
Let's run through the results. Actually.
Okay.
Wales defeated Andorra 2-0. Great night for Wales. They've already qualified for their first international competition in almost half a century. Latvia also lost at home to Kazakhstan by a lone goal. Turkey defeated Iceland. Turkey will now go through the playoffs. Belgium already qualified, defeated Israel 3-1. Cyprus lost at home to Bosnia by 2-3. Azerbaijan also lost in Bulgaria by 2-0. And Italy came from a goal down to defeat Norway by 2-1.
Yeah. So and of course Croatia won away against Malta. So as I was saying, it has always been the trend for the Netherlands. I mean, in Euro 2000 they got to the semi-finals and lost that game against Italy, and they couldn't qualify for the 2002 World Cup in Korea, Japan. And it has always been like that. Yes, they did not qualify. They were not in Euros 96 as well.
No, they were in Euro
they were in Euros 96, and there are some other competitions like that they missed out of. I think in the last Euros as well.
The issue here is just how far the Netherlands has fallen. This time last year they came third at the FIFA World Cup. Exactly. Playing expansive football,
exceptional football.
They could have gone on to win. A few years before then, 4 years before then, they played in the final of the FIFA World Cup. In the match they could have won as well if Ian Robin had taken the plethora of chances that came to him. Now, a few years down the line, they are struggling to struggling to qualify for an expanded Euro 2016. They were expecting that you're expecting that in a competition, European competition with 24 teams. Surely the Netherlands
should be there.
I mean,
so let's just to tell you guys that no more small teams in football. Football is getting competitive. So when Nigeria wants to play Swaziland and everybody is saying, Swaziland.
The big mistake that the Netherlands made was the succession plan for Louis van Gaal. Danny Blind was not a popular choice. A lot of people felt that Ronald Koeman should have gotten the job. They passed him over. We now know what has happened. He has gone Southampton.
There was a certain good Hindi who couldn't continue the work of Van Gaal. That's what I'm talking about. So,
okay, let's leave the Netherlands problem to the Netherlands. Hopefully, for us, the good thing is football is getting competitive and we love it. So let's just keep getting better. Tune Koike, thank you so much much for coming around.
Always a
And of course, Cosmos Chukwuemeka, always delight to have you guys around, come here to talk sports. And that's the show. And to you, wherever you are in the world watching us, remember you can keep talking to us on Twitter, we're channels_sports, and on Facebook, we're channels Life in Sports. That's the show on behalf of the ever-winning sports team at Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Austin Okonakwan. I love talking sports. So in everything you do, remember, let's keep talking sports. Bye for now.